One core idea that has been stressed so far is the definition of sociology. It is the scientific study of society. But what does this mean? Sociologists don't sit in labs and conduct experiments like you might find in the fields of biology or chemistry. So, in what way is sociology an objective science? Sociologists, like other social scientists, follow a very similar pattern. This is a pattern we will come back to throughout this course. The first step is to define a problem. In other words, they pick a topic to study. Sociologists are always asking questions about society. For example, Aaron Hernandez, a professional football player who played for the New England Patriots, has been arrested on murder charges. Many are beginning to examine his tattoos and have identified potential gang connections. Therefore, a sociologist might be interested in examining the relationship between professional sports and gang culture. Second step is do your homework. Are you kidding me? Sociologists still have to do homework? Oh, you bet. They want to research what others have written on the topic and what other studies have been conducted that could help them in their own research. This is why most college professors do for a living. They pick research projects, they read and do their homework to see what else has been written on the topic, and then they conduct their own study. So, as you are going through your reading, you're going to end up seeing many other similarities between the research process that is used by social scientists and the research process that are used by their counterparts in the physical sciences. There will be the creation of a hypothesis. This is a statement that shows the relationship between variables. Sociologists are very interested in seeing the cause and effect relationship between social interactions. This will help them in summarizing their conclusions. Once you write your hypothesis, you then will want to design the research project so that you can collect, analyze, and evaluate the data. Related to this is determining the way that you will collect the data. Will you use a survey? Or how about a case study where you jump in and participate as a member of the group you're studying? This is known as participant observation. So the main idea of your reading today is to break down the process into clearly defined steps. Sociologists use several different approaches to conducting research. Regardless of the approaches they use, all sociologists follow a 7-step research project. As you are reading, you want to write down and explain in your own words the 7 steps in the research process. Also notice how sociologists uncover the causation and correlation. In other words, how do they identify cause and effect? Like the relationship between poverty and crime, family support and gang involvement, religion and political views, divorce and education level, and the list is endless. Now, collecting data is the heart and soul of sociology. The more data that you have, the more confident you can be of giving a conclusion about a trend in society. But what method should you use in collecting data? A survey, examining existing documents, observation, or experiments? We will see how each of these can be helpful, and there are advantages and disadvantages to both. So I recommend that in your notebook, you compare and contrast these 4 methods by briefly defining the method and then giving at least one advantage and one disadvantage. For example, historical record. Is this something that falls under survey, existing documents, observation, or experiment? What you will want to do is see that this definitely falls under existing documents. So now you want to briefly explain it and then give an advantage of historical record as well as a disadvantage. And this is what you will want to do as you go about finishing the rest of this chart.